Yeah, yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We is them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. In your house is the perfect distraction. Bumpers in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smoke. What is up, guys? What is cracking? It's the Con, and we are in your house. And you guys already know the vibes. Anytime we slide on through, we're here to give you that work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. And guys, it is Sunday, and oh my gosh, what a Sunday it is. We are coming off of SummerSlam night one, and what a night that it was, not just for the WWE, because we're going to Yowie Wowie is absolutely correct, because it was a great night. But it wasn't just a great night for the WWE, and we're going to talk all things that happened. Trust me, if you guys watched it, you know. And I'm sure if you guys are listening to this podcast, you guys know what happened. But also, it was a great night for In Your House. The Discord was on fire with our watch along. It was an awesome night, and it's an even better day here at In Your House than it was last night, because on this podcast we have the return of the core four. So that is amazing, and we're about to get into all things SummerSlam. But hey, before I do that, I gotta throw it to my man who does all things on SmackDown. He saw the face turn from his boy John Cena, and I don't think there's anybody more happier than this guy right here. That's the blue-eyed villain himself, the Grunmeister. What's up, man?
Yo, what is up? SummerSlam had a good start. Cannot wait to talk about the absolute mayhem that's going to happen tonight.
Ooh, yes, it is going to be a great night. I'm super excited because while last night was good, night two is absolutely stacked. None more stacked than that TLC match. And this guy right here loves violence just as much as I do. He's the producer of the show doing his thing. That is my man, the voice, Josh Joseph. What is up, man?
What is up, House? What is up, Core 4? How are you doing, household? And I'm glad you're here to, we just witnessed one of the greatest calls ever. He did exactly what I said he would do. Greatest cash-in ever. It was an amazing night. Discord, everybody who was involved in that, thank you so much. That was fun. We played some Texas Hold'em poker. We talked a lot of PLE SummerSlam, and we had a great time.
Mhm.
It was like House always says, the homies watching wrestling. It was a real fun
Exactly.
time, and I can't wait for the next one, and I can't wait for more of you to join us in that Discord.
Yes, absolutely. If you guys are listening to us, make sure you join the Discord, because it was our first time doing a watch along on the Discord. We had people in and out joining. It was great. And we want more than what we had. Well, we're happy numbers that came out. We're very satisfied with it. We talked about it post show and everything. We want more, and I think that we're in a good position to do that. And we wanted more here on Sunday, this SummerSlam Super episode right here, and that's why. Listen, I had to make some phone calls and stuff. All right, I had to get with his agent, because I can't even talk to this man right now without talking to his agent first. I mean, he even went all Hollywood on us. Well, maybe more like Detroit, and that's the guy over here. It's always Smokey in High Philadelphia. That's my man returning to the show and completing the core four, Hypocrisy Jones. What is up, brother man?
Yo, what is up? What is up, my brothers, my ninja over there, Khan, and my non-melanated crew in Groon and voice, bro. What is up, bro? It's been a while. And look, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't went nothing. And I tell you what, you never want to go Detroit, right? You never want to go full Detroit, because that's just it's bad. It's bad. There's
Yeah.
nothing good. Nothing good. But yeah, bro, been busy, been trying to do some things to help my wife and you know, have a life as well as do this wrestling thing.
Sure, absolutely, man. No, I mean, it's always good. I mean, before you start doing, I mean, and this is all, we love this. This is fun. We get together, do our, do this podcast, and we get a chance to bond, talking wrestling and other things and
Absolutely.
whatnot. But like always, for sure, you got to keep yourself grounded before anything else. That's more, that there's nothing that's gonna go before that. Is keeping yourself grounded and putting yourself in the direction that you want to be in. And we all go through those life journeys, bro, trying to discover ourselves and find ourselves in new ways and tap into ourselves. So most definitely, man. But you always will have a home here in your house. We're happy to have you back, bro.
Always. I know that. Love this place, and wouldn't want to talk wrestling with honestly any other group of dudes, and with any other group of household members that we have pop in here.
Oh man, the chat is already going live, bro. We already had voice fooling around, bringing them in there. We got our guy Daniel Garcia. He comes to us from Puerto Rico. He has some.
What
He
up,
has a whole lot
DG?
of thoughts. He's always coming in. He's always giving us some great opinions, some great facts that he'll always drop in there. He says, "I knew Jade would not get the nod to be champ. Naomi is the bad news sister, and her heel work is tremendous. Yes, it is
Absolutely.
most definitely." He goes on to say that Seth is now Mr. Swerve Rollins. And listen, I'm not saying it wasn't a swerve because there were people that were I was in circles of wrestling last night and this morning that were genuinely surprised of what happened last night for sure. But one man who was not surprised, one man who called this from the very moment the injury happened, that's the voice, Josh Joseph. So we'll start there, man. We got a lot to talk about with SummerSlam. Guys, on the first half of this episode, we're going to react to night one. We're going to on the second half of the episode. Then we have some SummerSlam picks for me and my son. But I got to throw it to voice here because you were here. You were ahead of the curve on this one. You said it from the very beginning. You never swayed from it. And now we saw it. Everybody, my guys here, the core four, you guys out there in the household watching us, Seth Rollins is now the world heavyweight champion after this man basically pulled a Kevin Nash without hopping out of the wheelchair with the fake, with the fake cast. He throws down the crutches. He first came out and he was like, "Listen, you better watch your back because once I get better, I'm coming for your ass." He turns around, starts to walk off, turns back around, throws those crutches down, takes that knee brace. This man starts full sprinting to the damn ring. I'm like, "Oh, you ain't hurt at all. You are fine. You are good."
Good.
Did it, cashed it in. Voice, you called it from the very beginning, bro. Talk to me.
Yeah. Well, when he got that case, the thing that was brought up so much was the greatest cash in ever. He had it. It was the greatest. We'd never seen anything like it. And the amount of energy that he brought to it and the amount of pop that the fans did when he won it. Again, we're here in the same situation. He's pulling all tricks and everything out of his hat. And I think with this one, it's like it goes back to what we read, I think, a couple weeks ago, Grun, when we were talking about Triple H, and he was trying to figure out a way. Like, you always have to pop the fans. They're always thinking you're going one way, and you got to make that turn, and it's got to be impactful. And Seth Rollins delivers on that. Soon as that injury happened, quote unquote, I really do think he tweaked his knee on that first one.
I do
And they
too.
might have, they had something set up and they pivoted, went to plan B in the middle of it. And then when it was revealed that he was okay to go, it wasn't anything, he didn't do any serious damage. They went with this. And why not? Because it produced one of the biggest moments of last night. People are talking now. You have to do better than night one. Now we started
Now
off
you
the
have no
night with a
choice.
bang. Yeah, you have no choice. If you want to be the best and you want to show that your title is what is the best and what people need to be tuning into, you need to beat what Seth just did. On top of what on top of what they did in the ring already. CM Punk and Gunther going through this. I mean, who didn't think Gunther was going to bleed out of his freaking mind after that, after he rose from the under the table?
Bro,
Um,
I did not have Gunther blading on my 2025
Nope.
bingo card.
Yeah,
in
that
that
wasn't on my
match,
bingo card either.
I just to end my thought on it, I seen the writing on the wall when it didn't feel right, and for them to put so much emphasis on the greatest cash in ever, I think with Seth holding that case, you have to try to go above and beyond, which Seth is known for doing. This was the way to go about it. So all the guys in the Discord saying, "Oh, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it." I
No, they
have
didn't.
it on fucking
Don't lie.
record that I knew it. I called it and I didn't stray, even when I was guest on other people's podcast and they ridiculed me for this thought. Yeah.
And you were right. You were absolutely right. It turned into so like this is the thought that I had, and I had it earlier this morning, and I want to throw it to you, Hype, and get your thoughts on it. Are we in an age now where we have to say that Seth Rollins is like the master of the cash in?
Ooh, ooh, that's really interesting. I I think he definitely has capitalized on his opportunities for cash-ins. If we look back at the Brock cash-in at WrestleMania, between Brock and Roman when Seth inserted himself, that literally was the greatest cash-in ever at that time. I this is this is really up there because I'm not gonna lie, I as much as I love wrestling, I have not been that in tuned into wrestling over the past few months because honestly, I
Mm-hmm.
got other stuff going on. But I
Sure.
watched that Saturday night main event. I said, "Oh shit, something happened to Seth. That sucks. That throws a swerve into the things. Like you got me. You got me there. You really did get me there." But then when I heard his music last night, I was like, oh, he's not like Punk. My very first thought is Punk is going to be champion less than 5 minutes. A la Drew McIntyre, and I'm like, oh, this is great. This is absolutely
Yep.
great. He got me. They absolutely got me. You got me here. So like with that, man, I thought that was amazing. And over the past couple weeks, not seeing Seth in with his group, seeing them carry the Money in the Bank briefcase, it all kind of makes sense. It's like Seth was there, but he was, he's always been there. And it's been in your
Yeah.
face. Hey, this is about to happen. But the way they did it, I think it was masterful as far as storytelling goes. And I'm not trying to be a smart mark or anything like that. I just enjoyed the ride that it gave me.
Yeah.
Sure. No, absolutely. Yeah, nah. That's a good. I like what you said there about like I'm just enjoying the ride. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you just have to do that. And I think that like here's the thing, bro. Like a, a lot of wrestling fans, and I forgot who said this. Somebody said this to me, and it really makes sense. Wrestling fans have a way of pissing themselves off.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, they have a way of pissing themselves off because they put one thing in their mind that they think that the company is going to do, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sure this is going to happen because I'm back there with Triple H, and I'm back there with Brian James, and I'm back there with fucking Shane Helms, and I know what's going on for sure.
Right,
I definitely know what's going on." And then when that thing doesn't happen, they're pissed off. But like there was no indication that what you formulated in your head was even going to happen. So guess
right.
what? You just pissed yourself off. You know what I'm saying? But like when you can take something like this and like Voice said, maybe the story here was that Seth really did tweak something at Saturday night's main event, and they
Yeah,
thought it was more serious than it was. And upon of continuous evaluation, because this is the WWE, so they have some of the best doctors in the world available for their employees. They realized, oh, okay, yeah, you might have tweaked this and something might have slightly popped, but it's nowhere near as serious as it felt like. And then at that point, that gives the company some leeway to kind of play around with the story. You know what
Well,
I'm saying? And that is
I,
exactly what they did.
even if you're in tune and you have watched the product for a very long time, I've been a Seth Rollins guy for a really long time. Loved him, loved everything he does. I feel compassion for him because of the very first time that he tweaked his knee and tore his ACL. So around the same time I tweaked my knee, tore my ACL, had surgery around the same time that he was having surgery. I can remember watching the 24 of the behind the scenes of his surgery and his recovery, and being like, man, I'm going through this too. That's that's oddly weird. I feel for this guy. So with
Yeah.
that, just seeing him, oh fuck, man, he tweaked his knee. I already worry about that with Seth because I'm like, I don't want to see this guy get hurt. I want to see him do everything that he can. So I wonder if if it was the plan all along. Hey, let's pull on the heartstrings to people that really know.
Yeah.
Let's we can do this. We can do this versus LA Knight because let's be real. No one thinks LA Knight should win any matches on the PLE, and especially not against Seth Rollins. So let's have him get this fluke victory. Everybody's going to be like, "That's that. Something's wrong. Something's wrong." Because you know why something's wrong? Because LA Knight shouldn't win.
What sucks about that part, like what sucks about that part is that that was actually a big victory for LA Knight. Like in
Yeah.
the grand scheme of things, that's a big victory for LA Knight. And it just nothing.
Well,
Yeah,
Like
it
if it was
landed
no
that
in
big of a
momentum
nothing.
victory,
there.
don't you think he'd be booked for SummerSlam?
Yeah, yeah, you're
So was
right.
it that big of a victory?
I'm only talking about on paper.
It
On
was just a
paper,
cog in the wheel, my guy.
Yeah,
I get it, but if you look at like results on the internet or something without watching the show, if you saw LA Knight defeated Seth Rollins 1, 2, 3 clean, you would think, "Whoa, what the hell? That's a big win for him."
I
Without knowing the context of the match.
I get what you're saying. I thought similar, but my thought was something's wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I get it.
yeah.
I get it. Grun, where you at, man? What's your take right now on all things going on with Seth Rollins in the World Heavyweight Championship?
well, first let me acknowledge the people that are gonna be like why wasn't LA Knight on the cards? Like, well, let's also look at his career with WWE and pro wrestling. It's like sure, in his younger years he was definitely very more egotistical and more selfish about it. And I mean lots of wrestlers have been, but he
Wrestler
did.
with an
No.
ego? What?
No, that doesn't
What?
exist.
I
What?
know,
That's like the
blasphemous.
free space on a bingo card.
Yeah, but, yes, but LA Knight in the last 10 years has very much understood, like, oh, you know what, I got to do a job and I'm just gonna do it. He's done motions for a whole bunch of stuff in
WWE
WWE
games, yeah.
2K games, and it's like Saturday night's main event, he was just doing his job. He just happened to be given a victory. He took it. He's not complaining about it. So why are we complaining about it? LA Knight got a big win and is still matters to the WWE universe. As for
It's not a
Steph,
complaint. I think
yeah,
it's just shocking.
true. It is
It
definitely
is very
The
sure.
yeah.
shock factor is it for me. That's all I really
Yeah.
needed. And like I said, I've taken a few months off of being hardcore wrestling, into it in deep with the shit, and just kind of just been in indulging or intaking what they give me.
Yeah.
And with that, I think even with that, pulling back some, LA Knight getting a victory is like, what the fuck? That's almost like 100%. That's almost like, and you guys are gonna be like, that's fucked up when I say this, but that's almost like Karrion Kross getting a victory.
Yeah.
Man.
I-
So there, real quick, I heard that if you're talking about carrying cross, I heard that there was a lot of rumors in many different circles that last night was his farewell match from WWE.
Oh,
Well, that's also what a lot of people like to say because like we said, uh, wrestling fans love to piss themselves off. It's like
Yeah,
you think, look, WWE got a huge amount of backlash when they released our truth, regardless of whether that was a legit release or if they were messing with us. They got a huge amount of
yeah,
backlash. If they release Karrion Cross after all the work that he's put in now, regardless of whether Scarlett's released with him or not, backlash. Huge amount of hate for WWE that are going to force them to re-sign Karrion Cross again, regardless of whether that's the true, uh, the true thing or not.
Yeah, I got to
Like,
go with Daniel Garcia on this one. I don't believe any of that because
yeah,
WWE all they did was like promote Cross's book, like during the pre-show and shit.
yeah,
I
I
don't
think
see
this is what
Cross
you were
leaving either.
saying, working themselves up into just getting pissed off because
yeah.
mm-hmm.
what happens when none of that happens?
Oh yeah,
Well,
True.
I think that's a good angle to go with Cross because he's gotten this push and it's been an organic push
oh yeah,
from fans and things like that. And like, don't get me wrong, I think he should win. But if we're talking, hey, okay, our truth got released and then WWE's like, oh, we can't do this because we have so much backlash. That just mean the only thing that means is somebody's neck is now on the chopping block.
yeah,
They got to make that money up somewhere.
yeah.
So there could be truth to it. Like Cross was on that chopping block, but in the last few months, he's really raised his stock up.
Mhm.
He
Not
really
only
has.
within WWE, but with outside ventures like his book, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
and like appearances and things like that he's been doing outside of that. So, um, it's just next man up. All right, show me what you got, sort of thing. If you can't do it, we're gonna cut you. So I would almost I would almost see maybe an Austin Theory being that next dude that's like, hey, what are you gonna do? What are you
yeah,
gonna do?
Yeah.
Because we got money,
That's a good
we
question,
got
too.
books to balance.
yeah. It's a good thought. I think the one thought that we're all omitting that we're not thinking about is what if Karrion Cross asked for his release?
There always could be that too.
What if Karrion Cross says, you know what, with people out here chanting, we want Cross with the promotion of my book and everything, I just feel like I gotta leave again and try to raise my stock up again because I left. You guys had me as NXT champion. You guys had all these plans for me. And then, if you guys remember, when they called up Karrion Cross, his first run with the company, if you guys remember this, they had him dressing like fucking Timu Kratos from fucking God of War. They
Yeah,
totally screwed his shit up. I think they took Scarlett away for a while
Yep.
and just completely fucked his aura up. And then later on they released him, and then they brought him back, and he came back and he left the sands of time, the sand
Yeah.
uh, a timer on the ring apron, with Roman Reigns and the bloodline right there. So we're thinking his debut with the company, he's fighting Roman Reigns. And then they were like, oh, dang, we did that way too fast. And then they trickled him all the way back down the card. And then they gave him a BS, way too much, like way oversaturated stable. Like there was no reason there needed to be that many heavies, that many managers in one stable. I mean, the Final
Doing
Testament was a
nothing.
mess. Then he started getting then he started getting over by himself.
Yeah.
And I think we all know WWE's history of when people get over by themselves. They don't like that very much. So
Mm-mm.
like I'm not saying that he's even leaving the company. This could be a case of where people in circles are saying shit and pissing themselves off just like we've been talking about. But what we didn't think about is maybe he asked for his release because he might be wanting to bet on himself again, thinking that he can capitalize on the rise in popularity that he's had in the last few months.
I, I could see it. I mean, Cardona did it. Why? Why couldn't Cross do it? Cross is in demand. People want to see him. And I just want to say for our chat, I absolutely love you guys. We have a new to me 18 or 810 Flint's voice. It stopped in SummerSlam
Yeah.
Sunday. What's up, boys? How goes it?
Uh,
And
What
then
is up? Thank you
this,
for joining us.
yes, thank you. And then we have
welcome,
Daniel,
welcome, welcome.
our Garcia fan out there, coming in with sad the Mountie had to file for bankruptcy. This is how obscure our fans are. This is what they're
Yeah,
worried about while we're talking about SummerSlam, Karrion Cross. This is the info that we're getting. I absolutely adore it. Thank you, Daniel, for always being a part of the show.
absolutely. We appreciate you, man, all the way out there from Puerto Rico, and he's pretty much
Woo.
part of every show. I know we had some Bruzy up in the mix, so Bruzy, we wanted to shout you out real quick, show you some love. But let's stay with SummerSlam here because it was a really good show. We talked about the cash in. Let's talk about that opening bout for a little bit because it was very talked about in the IYH Discord. Our big SummerSlam watch along. Bruzy was there. Nightwing was there. Lou was there. I mean, we had many people in and out of there. We had Chat Chief doing his thing in the actual chat and whatnot. I was there. Voice was there. Grun was there. It was a really great time. This, the conversation was, what is Roman Reigns doing in an opening bout? What is going on here? But I think we all can agree that that opening bout was fire. And I think that with somebody like Roman Reigns, it only makes sense that if he's not going to be part of the main event, we saw what happened in the main event. You can't do that at the beginning of the show. You have to do that at the end of the show because Seth Rollins came and put the wrestling world on its ass. So you gotta wait for the end of the show to do that. And the only place that makes sense for Roman Reigns besides the end of the show would be the beginning of the show. Because it's like I said like I said last night in our big watch along, I'm like, I learned from a lot of people that a strong opener is very, very important to a match card. Very important. So, great match. I loved the touch. I loved it. I said this to Annie on Wednesday when we did our predictions. If Bronson Reed comes out with the shoes around his neck that he stole off of the feet of Roman Reigns, this man is lobbying to be my favorite wrestler because that shit was petty as hell. He came out with them around his neck, put him around Paul's neck. He still ain't got his shoes back. Did he win the match? Yeah, they won. He still ain't got his shoes back. That shit's crazy, man. That is crazy.
Yeah, the Shula
Hype.
Fala
What
is
did you think about
wild.
that opener, bro?
I think the
Yeah,
Shula
that's
Fala is
crazy. That's
wild.
wild.
Shula follow.
Yeah, I think it's
I
actually.
miss
Tribal
you
thief.
so much, my friend.
But I mean, where else do you put Roman? Like you said, if he's not going to be in the main event, he's going to have to open because he's going to make that crowd hot. And I don't know about you guys, but with Roman opening and Roman and Jay opening, I kind of was like, huh. I wonder if this means that they will be a part of the main event in some capacity. And it still made me wonder as Seth came out. You know what? Like CM Punk is outnumbered. They took his title. What if they start beating him down? Who comes for the save in that? Like the door was left open for, hey, I want this can't be this may not be all that Roman does. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I
Mm-hmm.
liked it. I enjoyed it. It was a good fun opening match, and I think the things that they're doing with Bronson and Braun are absolutely like crazy right now. You know, even in a loss, they still like we're still like talking about all the other extra things that they're doing. You know what I mean? So they're doing everything right now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. When I was at the beginning of the Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, Breaker, Paul Heyman uh faction, I was I was on the fence, man. And you think about like all the elements of this. I love Seth Rollins. I think he's a fantastic wrestler. I love Bronson Reed and all the potential that he has. I love Braun Breaker and the appearance. Like it takes a lot for me to. And yeah, it was Royal Rumble weekend, but it takes a lot for me to spend my money and go want to have a photo op with you. But like for Breaker, I did it because Breaker, I love Breaker. He's the future, bro, in my eyes. But for
Absolutely,
a while, the faction, and of course, everybody knows my love for Paul Heyman, and he's one of my goats and one of the guys I look up to as far as inside the business because his amazing work for many years. But like all the elements were there, but it felt a little bit disjointed Now I'm starting to see it kind of tie together now. Now it's starting to make sense for me now, and I'm digging it. Grun, where were you at, man? Your thoughts on that opening bout, that tag team match between Uso and the OTC and the Brown and Brown connection?
I think this match showcased that one, uh, Bronson and Braun are absolutely the future of the WWE, and they are rising very rapidly, especially Breaker. And Roman loves pro wrestling
We
because if
talked about that in the watch along. Yes, go
because
ahead.
because people were saying like, oh, he's the next Hollywood guy. It's like, but why would he come back and agree to do the opener? Why would he come back and agree to do a tag team match with Jey Uso if he's just another Hollywood guy who
This is
just
everything Cena did.
exactly
I mean, he's followed the same path, to be
exactly
honest, and I'm not mad at it. And I don't
yeah
say that in a way of like discrediting him or anything like that. But like he's the guy.
yeah. Roman knows he's the guy. Roman loves pro wrestling. John Cena loves pro wrestling. And so Roman's gonna be like, all right, you can hate on me all you want. Fact is, y'all who hated on me in the 2010s, you started loving me when I became the tribal chief. You started loving me when I came out with the bloodline. You loved me when I was at the top. But now that I'm coming back and doing part-time stuff, because the more if Roman was there full time, Breaker's not getting this kind of time. Lyra Valkyrie's not getting this kind of time. None of the people that they're trying to make stars is going to get the time.
Can I add a point to that
Go ahead.
with the faux Seth injury?
Yeah.
With Seth being gone, who got more time? Who got more spotlight? Who got more mic time? Who was
Bingo.
able
Mm-hmm.
to excel themselves in that absence? Now, I don't know about you guys. I felt pretty good about Braun and Braun with Heyman without Seth, right? And now, like after
Didn't
last
hate it.
night,
Didn't hate it at all.
after last night, I feel like okay, the group as itself, even with Braun and Braun in a loss, the group as a whole looks really strong. They look really dominant, and they still don't even have a name yet. I don't
No.
even think they need it. You know what I mean? But like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I saw something last night to add to that, and then I'll give it back to Grun. They filed I think they filed a trademark on the wording "the vision."
that makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That's just
It's
what I
very
heard.
simple.
Dirt sheet stuff, but we'll see.
Yeah. Daniel Garcia is saying that Solo is no Roman, and it's like, well, yeah, but Solo, no one's gonna be Roman Reigns. No one was gonna be.
No,
No one's gonna be The Rock, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, John Cena. Like, no, like Cody Rhodes. Like,
I don't think anybody's putting Solo in that
no,
even bracket yet. To be honest,
no,
um,
But Solo is finding himself 100%.
yeah,
yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
100%
Solo,
Grun.
I don't think Solo is going to be Roman if we're
No.
being honest. But
he's
I think
never gonna
Breaker
be
could.
Roman.
I think Breaker could easily.
My my comp my comp for Breaker right now, where I like that for the Roman comp, but my comp right now for Breaker is Randy Orton.
Yeah, I like that
And
too.
Mm,
the reason I say that is because somebody who was brought into this business through family, because that's his family, you know what I'm saying, and has just taken to it so organically, and also has that mean streak. And like when Breaker twitches up and is about to run the ropes or whatever, it almost reminds me of Randy Orton's coil. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Or when he was losing his shit before he punted your head off your shoulders. So
yeah.
like for me, like that's my comp for Braun Breaker is his ceiling is Randy Orton.
That's a great ceiling to have,
That's a
though.
I
high ceiling.
it is.
okay.
But
It is
very
a high ceiling.
achievable.
It is a high ceiling. And I think very achievable. Achievable. Honestly, I think like to be expected achievable.
Oh,
This is why I compare him to Roman because both second
Yeah, yeah,
well, for both multi generation uh, background family in wrestling. But
yeah.
Braun, like I think he knows it. He has it figured out, and it doesn't look like he has an ego in a lot of
Nope.
ways. This is why I don't love the comparison to Randy Orton because we can remember back in the day where Randy had an ego. Randy let his shit get like get to him to the point where he thought he was better than a lot of things. I don't think Braun's gonna be that guy. I think Braun's gonna be the guy that
I don't think
excels.
he's gonna fall into that.
No,
Yeah, this
definitely
is
not.
why. This is why I think Roman is a much stronger comparison and a much stronger ceiling, if we're being real.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for sure.
since we're talking about let's talk about Breaker sang to Roman Reigns during the match while keeping a Jey Uso in a headlock. It like that was the funniest thing I saw all night last night.
Yeah.
Like Breaker, he gets it. He
He
is
is
so smart.
wild.
He is
He
so
gets it.
yeah. Dude, this guy. The second he wins the world title, people are gonna lose their minds. They're gonna love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's talk real quick about Roman Reigns, just real quick, because it's like what you were saying, Grun, about his love for pro wrestling. And like I brought up a point last night in the Discord watch along, because I saw something from, I think it was Justin J. Lopez, and he said something along the lines of it's wild that that he's giving his all, him being Roman Reigns, he's giving his all to where he overshot that jump through over the top rope onto everybody, and he overshot it, and he was like, it's crazy that he's doing this match and almost breaking his neck when he's about to be a star of his first major film, Street Fighter. And I'm like,
Right.
that's because this dude loves this shit. Like, but we all saw it when he like for anything at this stage of his career, like if he didn't even want to jump over the top rope like that, I'd be like, bro, cool. You know what I'm saying? You're like 10 plus years in, you're about to start doing movies, you probably want to be a little bit safer. But not only did this man jump over that top rope, he like jumped so damn far, he almost overshot everybody. That shit was wild. He was a madman in that match last night. It still goes to show that Roman still got it. Voice, go ahead and give me some of your thoughts.
We're not done with Roman. He'll be out during the cage match. They will be linking up with Jacob, with the Usos. It will be happening. And I'm all for it because Roman, all these people can say what they want. I know everybody out there trying to say shocking things to get people to watch you sit in your living room or your basement and project your ideas out. But at the end of the day, Roman is a influential figure in wrestling. Um, and I do understand what you're saying, Jones, with the Roman comparison, but in the same sense, I think with Randy Orton, especially how we were saying with the troubles and things like that, and the ego and all that, he's changed that. So the person before you always want to correct that for the person you're going to lead. And I love what Garcia said here, that Randy is now the legend. He is now think about that. He is now the legend. The thing that he's always been there to kill, destroy,
Yeah.
take out, he is now that. And to have who's to say Braun Breaker cannot be both ceilings? Who's to say that his career can't, because he's going to eventually evolve into whatever he evolves into next when he takes that championship form. He's going to present us in a new light. Whatever that may be, that might be him breaking the ceiling of one and going into the next one, into the stratosphere of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And I think that we can say that with a lot of these younger talents coming up. We're going to have another Cena. We're going to have another, continuation on all the greats that we grew up with. So I think we're in the golden age of wrestling with these talents. There's going to be so many opportunities for them outside of the wrestling world with movies and things like that. And the way medicine is in today and the advancements of it, we're going to have these people a lot longer. I mean, just think about it. Roman Reigns has leukemia. Like, the dude has a disease in which he has to get treatment for and
Right.
shit like that, and make sure that he keeps up on shit, and he still comes and does an amazing fucking dive. And whatever he's going to do tonight, I'm predicting it tonight with 8-10 here, because he's been saying it. I haven't been putting them in the chat because I feed into your same boat, man. He's going to do something tonight in that cage match, and it's going to be something memorable, and it's going to be lining up with Jacob, the one they were told never to line up with, and that is how they're going to have to go up against Solo. We're coming up against Survivor Series, all these things, War Games, all these things. We're hearing the rumblings. Why not?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I'm with what you're saying. I think it's a possibility we could see him for sure. Night 2 is going to be great. We're going to talk about that on the second half of the episode, but we still got a couple of matches to talk about real quick. We'll graze over some of these just because I mean, for some of them, like with the Sami Zayn carrying cross, we've already kind of talked about it, so there's not a whole lot more to talk about. But let's real quick talk about the women's tag team championship match: Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair versus Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez, and Roxanne Perez. I thought this was a really good match. This is what I called for: Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair winning it. I don't think it's going to hurt Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez in the grand scheme of things. Like I said before, I believe I said it on Wednesday's show with Annie, that I think that right now, I do truly believe that Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez are going to kind of, not like separate, but they're going to start having singles matches, start doing singles things, and I think that it's going to make sense. Now with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, you pulled the trigger at the right time. You needed to, because Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss got hot fast. You had to do it. And if things fall apart or if it doesn't go how it needs to go, then guess what? Just give it back to Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, and they can work from there. But right now, I think you had to take the chance that they did last night. I enjoy it. I like this new light on Charlotte Flair. It's not just her jumping the line and going for the Women's World Championship. I like the fact that she has to defer a little bit to Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss using what I believe is her strong suit. I think Alexa Bliss has kind of started having some missteps in the ring, if I'm being completely honest. But I do believe that her strength right now is to pull something else out of Charlotte that Charlotte doesn't know that she has inside of herself. I like this tag team for that reason, and I think that they are going to continue to grow. Like Daniel Garcia says, Raquel and Roxanne, they're both terrific. Those two women together have gelled in a short amount of time off the Liv Morgan injury. It's been great to see what they're doing. Once again, they are a great like backup plan if Charlotte and Alexa Bliss fizzle out quicker than what we think. But right now, I think you got to go with Bliss and Flair because they're heating it up. Voice, you're somebody who, like me, we could go back to the old episodes. I and Voice have not had many kind things to say about Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair individually, respectfully. But now my tune has changed. What did you think about Voice? What do you think about that match last night, Voice? And now we have new champions, two women that we were both not fans of, but I personally liked it. What about you?
Well, I mean, House, honestly, we have to take this soundbite and take it to heart for me and you.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go.
We got to do that because we were
Worthless
wrong.
chime-ins.
Because
Go.
what we seen them do is something incredible. They took Charlotte, who was going down a path that most were not favorable to her career. Bliss doing her thing, not a lot of people getting it, but you combine them together, give them the natural chemistry they can work off of, and it's relatable. It's what we say here all the time, digestible. So they've worked inside that pocket. I like what they're doing. I hate to say it, but they deserved this win. It was a great match. They really pulled it together, and the chemistry between them is really making a lot of fans. But for God's sakes, anything that is holy, get rid of that fucking doll.
Oh
Please.
God, I just drop the doll, bro. Like I'm not with it. I'm not with the doll.
Yeah, not a fan.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Hype. I know you said, like you said, you haven't really been keeping up that much just because life outside of wrestling. Totally understandable. But this has happened pretty quick. So where are
Yeah.
you at with the Flair and Bliss thing from very little that you know?
Well, so I've kept up with it enough to know that it's a thing. and that
Yeah.
these allies of opportunity or whatever they are calling themselves, that it's a thing, and I get it. Like, look, Charlotte needed something. After everything that happened in during WrestleMania, during the road to WrestleMania with her and Tiffany, um, there was some tarnish left on Charlotte from that, and I don't
Hmm.
fully think it was all her fault, to be honest. I think it. I don't know if you guys watched the WWE Unreal, but if little behind the scenes things, like, Tiffany kind of fucked up. She did a little bit too much. She pissed off Charlotte, and she poked the bear that she didn't need to, and then but also Charlotte was not herself, as voice broadcasted for a long time. That was not Charlotte. She was letting herself get worked up, like she was letting herself get get nervous, basically.
Yeah.
I call back to that one promo, and I believe it was Chicago. I want to say it was Chicago,
Yeah.
where the fans they really messed her up, and I think that was a turning point for her. She was like, "Hey, I got to figure this out." So everything that she's doing now after WrestleMania, after the Tiffany match, which was an awesome match, by the way, but I get what she's doing with Alexa, and I don't hate it. These are two veterans that could actually give a big shot in the arm to the tag team division, the women's tag team division.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want that,
Yeah.
Plus,
It's needed.
I think if we're being real, it's probably good timing to get the belts off of Raquel and Roxanne, because I would guess that that here soon we will have
Live.
Live.
Liv, Liv come back. So maybe we're close to
Perfect
that time.
storytelling.
Maybe we're close enough to that time where we can see Raquel being like, "What the fuck is this? Like,
Yep.
I don't like any of this," or this is a good time for her to start buying in a little bit more,
To
before,
Roxanne.
yeah, to Roxanne, so that when Liv does come back, Liv is like, "What the fuck is going on?" You
Yep.
know?
But this hinges on Raquel, though, right, Jones? In your mind?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah,
A
I'm
hundred
there with
percent.
you, and I
absolutely.
love that
Everything
for
hinges
her.
on Raquel,
Yep.
how she plays this, how like what happens now. Like, I know there's a lot of Rumble, Raquel versus Mommy. Eventually, again, running that back. I mean, we're gonna have to see what
I
happens
wouldn't
in this
mind it.
women's world title match tonight, right? In the triple threat.
Yeah.
But I mean, fingers crossed. Like, fingers crossed, Naomi still pulls that out, and um, um, we don't see Rhea with the championship again. Because I'm not.
No.
That's not something I'm wanting. Um, I wouldn't even be mad if Io gets the belt again, but like Naomi, this Naomi is something else.
I truly think, that you have Rhea lose tonight, and I think instead of putting her back in the title picture in any way, a blood feud between her and Raquel Rodriguez would be mint right
Give
Absolutely,
about
it
I
to
think
now.
so
me.
too. Think so too,
I
and I
want it.
think
A blood feud between those two would be mint.
I think uh, Raquel, she wins that feud to kind of feel herself a little bit more, so that when
Yeah.
Liv does come back, she's like, "Why do I need any of you?"
Yep.
Yep.
I
Yep.
love it.
Wow. I've been doing it all on my own. I can handle it on my own. And
Yeah.
this is something that we've been talking about. I think a lot of us have been talking about it. Let's not let it fly under the radar that Raquel Rodriguez has improved a lot.
Oh
A
yeah.
Most
lot. Like,
definitely.
Oh
it's I
yeah.
know it's not I know it's not like it's noticeable. I think it's noticeable. And like Raquel Rodriguez, I think she needs to be commended for I mean, and this is like the second time she's had to deal with one of her tag team partners being injured, and she just rolls with it. I think there's a conversation that needs to be had that Raquel Rodriguez is quite possibly one of, if not the greatest women's tag team wrestler in the company right now.
You're there. There's an argument to be had for that because she's definitely getting most improved for this year. She's
See that?
not only has she rolled with her partners getting injured, she has rose above it, and she has shown why she is a stable person to put in a stable in which you're using your top stars with. So she's done amazing work this year. I'm super stoked on her progress.
Yeah, for sure. And I got to say, I loved the whole Tahana bomb into the Pop Rocks finish. I know it didn't finish the match last night, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. Grun, give me some of your quick thoughts on that match.
It was better than I expected. They It was very story driven. Alexa and Charlotte looked really well as a tag team, and Charlotte is babyface, and it's working.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What the
it is
hell?
too.
Not on my bingo card forever. And yeah, Raquel, like for the first time ever, she feels like she might be able to be more than just a girl that's in a tag team.
yeah,
Yes.
Like
yeah.
I can actually see maybe in a year or two, she holds a women's world title. Maybe.
Sure. I'd even be okay with her being a future women's IC
If she
champion.
keeps
Yeah,
on this path, why not?
yeah. She's definitely on that path. If she
Yeah.
gets there, we'll have to wait and see.
For sure. No, I agree with you. I had fun with the match. We got a couple of more matches to talk about before we take a break and come back and talk about night two. Also, hey guys, we are going to have mine and my son's SummerSlam picks coming up in the commercial break. Did we get night one right? How much of night one did we get right? How much of night two will we get right? We're going to play that real quick. But listen, my man Hype, we got to get him out of here shortly. He's moving. He's got a lot of stuff going on, always busy. But before you do slide out of here, I got to get some of your thoughts on the Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Jelly Roll match.
I I'm not gonna lie, I didn't love that match. At least leading up to it. I don't know. Jelly Roll doesn't do much for me, and like those choke slams look cool, but it's a lot of like Logan Paul jumping in the air. Um, I It was a good match. Like he did well. Um, he did well in his first WWE match. He did better than I kind of expected. He wasn't like Bad Bunny levels of like this was fucking
Bad Bunny
great.
was way good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if we're looking at like celebrity wrestlers, I think he's the benchmark until somebody surpasses him,
A
right?
lot of people were saying that. A lot.
Yeah,
I've been in a lot of different circles since last night and this morning. Everybody talking about the Jelly Roll performance. A lot of people agree with you, man. That Bad Bunny is probably the greatest celebrity wrestler of all time, excluding Logan Paul, who's not a
yeah,
celebrity wrestler anymore. He's a full timer now. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I look, as much as I don't like giving fucking credit to Logan Paul, like,
You got
you know,
to.
you have
gotta
to.
do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
It
he
sucks.
really is doing his thing. Like, I don't like him as a person, I don't think, but like as a wrestler, like he hits the mark every fucking time. That table spot he did on Jelly Roll was fucking woo. That was
Damn.
shout
good.
out to Jelly Roll for taking that because he could have said
I
no to
thought he
that.
was dead.
Absolutely,
I thought he was
absolutely,
dead.
absolutely. But that made the match. That
It
gave the
did.
match a good level of like, oh shit,
Yep.
Uh, so I liked it. It made that match was pretty compelling for a match that I really didn't care about going into it. And look at Logan Paul. He got the win on that match. I the one spot I remember for that match more than anything else was Logan Paul using Jelly Roll's head as to give him head. So that was wild. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
surprised I haven't seen more gifs of that like online yet.
Oh,
But
they'll
They're
be
coming.
coming.
yeah,
Don't you
yeah.
worry.
I also
They're
wonder if
coming
Logan gets in trouble for that.
for sure.
There's a
Who knows?
potential of
Who
that one.
knows?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We got our
That
guy. We got our guy 810. 810 Flint's voice. He's saying Mr. T. I think Mr. T was a great like celebrity wrestler, but man, he can't do the stuff Bad Bunny was in there doing, man.
You're right,
I
but
think for
Mr.
his
T
time,
took
yeah,
a half
absolutely.
racist Roddy Piper.
Yeah,
He did.
So, I mean, he had to stand up in the face of racism and do a match.
yeah. I look, so like that's the thing though. So like I think at one time maybe Mr. T was the benchmark of like celebrities doing that, but like
Sure, sure.
we've surpassed this time. People like
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
that was like
put a little
30
most
freaking years
definitely.
ago. Come on.
yeah.
Yeah, Bad Bunny is up there right now,
And
and I
don't get
mean,
me wrong. This day and age, we still have celebrities that do it really badly, a la Travis Scott.
Yeah, that's because you guys know, but hype has not heard me say it. Travis Scott, you suck. He's awful. He sucks. He should never be around a wrestling ring again. You had the opportunity of a lifetime to be a part of one of the greatest heel turns of all time, and you fizzled out, didn't train, didn't do shit. So, Travis
Yeah.
Scott, once again, from me to you, you suck, dude. So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. But yeah, Travis Scott fizzled out. But listen to Jelly
I'm
Roll
not
real
mad at
quick.
that.
Jelly Roll real quick. Is Jelly Roll gonna win a most athletic at anything? I don't think so at all. I'll give it to him though. While I'm not a huge Jelly Roll listener, there are a few songs that he does that I like. I'm not gonna sit up here and front like I don't know any of his songs. But you know what? For somebody to drop 230 pounds, move to Florida to train in the PC, and yeah, was he perfect last night? No, like I wouldn't even put him in my top three celebrity wrestlers to be honest with you. The Black Hole Slam, I mean, anybody can do it. Anybody can do a choke slam if you're big enough and the guy jumps for you. I mean, fucking Austin Theory made him look like a star last year at SummerSlam, with that big choke slam. But Austin Theory is one
Absolutely.
of the best sellers in the business right now. So,
yep.
it is what it is. But like, I don't got a lot to say about this match. For me, the only thing that I look forward to in this match is seeing what Jelly Roll was gonna do. He did his part. It was fine for what it was, but the match itself, it was all right. It was okay.
Yeah.
Voice. Any quick thoughts on that?
No, it was what it was. I we expected him to be able to do some things, and he went above and beyond um, for what a celebrity is called for. So he did good. Again, the Bad Bunny, he's the Bad Bunny is the benchmark right now. There will be another celebrity that comes along and surpasses him, but until then, Bad Bunny's that mark. And I mean, for what he did, congratulations for him. He got to be a part of SummerSlam, one of the biggest SummerSlams ever. So this is an amazing feat in his career, and now it's time to get the fuck out of the ring and let's move forward.
Let's do the next thing.
Yep.
Absolutely. Let's do the next thing for sure. Okay, so speaking of doing the next thing, before we get to our next thing, which is talking about real quick, we're going to talk a little Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton because I do have thoughts on that match. We got to get my man out of here. My boy Hypocrisy Jones returning to the show, coming and talking some SummerSlam with us. It was great to have you back to get the core four together, but I know you got to slide, bro. So you know the drill. What we do here all the time. Before you get out of here, if there's any last thoughts, anything you want to plug, it's all yours, bro.
Yeah. So last thoughts, real quick, before I get out of here. First off, if you don't know by now, my name is Hypocrisy Jones, or at least that's what I go by. You can find me places, but don't be weird, because don't look for me, because that's just weird. Um, but thoughts for tonight. I think that tonight's going to surpass last night in a lot of ways. I'm not completely sold on this John Cena face turn.
Yeah.
There's so many variables with that, and I think there's three ways that this goes. Cody turns, John returns as heel, nobody turns, and I'm so split on what actually happens, because I think if no one turns, then we get a big new monster heel, like for Cody and John to Thor.
To overcome, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I can't wrap my head around who is that person, right? So, I I'm looking for a lot of shock value tonight. Just as we found in last night, I I I think we're gonna have another shocking thing. Looking forward to that. The Solo and Jacob Cage
Jacob, yeah.
match. that match is going to be probably one of the highlights of the night. I assume that match is going to open the show, maybe as well. Can't wait to see that match. But other than that, man, I hope everybody is living, and all that shit. Love your life or whatever. I don't know. Enjoy wrestling, but don't make it everything. And have a life. So other than that, Parker Jones.
Hey, we appreciate you coming on, man. You go do your thing. We appreciate you sliding on, and we're gonna continue to do our thing. As we had Hype come on, always great to have him on and come back. He's been doing a whole lot of stuff, retrospective and introspective. That is, within himself, and that's great. We always want to promote stuff like that. But let's talk about Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton, because I forget who it was. I think I might have said it in the Discord maybe, but I don't remember who actually said it when I brought it up that this was going to be the sleeper match of the possible weekend. And man, I gotta be honest. I think the match way underperformed. It felt clunky. It felt like it just felt weird because it really felt like Jade's moment. But then Jade, okay, because I don't want to just sound like a negative Nancy here or whatever, but like what really took me out of it was that when Jade did the Jaded, which felt really early in the match, it felt really early in the match when she hit that Jaded. Why did you roll over the way where the rope was and then place her foot? She literally placed Tiffany's foot in the rope. It was terrible. It was awful. Don't ever do that pin again. All right? I've seen you botch that pin where you do the whole licking the finger thing 3 times.
I
Stop.
fucking hate it.
Stop it. Stop doing that. This is the second or third time I've seen you botch that. Listen, you might not ever hear the sound of my voice. That's okay. I'm allowed to have an opinion. Because I have praised Jade Cargill and her progression. Now that we have had this SummerSlam match, I am in a spot where I am saying, and I'm standing on it until she proves me wrong once again, Jade's not ready to be in the main event. She's not ready for the title. She's not. And if it showed me anything when you put her foot under the rope. You put her foot, you sold the spot by putting her foot under the rope. Because you botched the pin again, and then you slipped your foot under the rope. Listen, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this because I want to love Jade Cargill. I want all the best things in the world for Jade Cargill. But here's what I'm tired of. This damn back and forth. You do good one night, then you have 2 bad outings and we start to doubt you. Then you have 1 good outing, then you have a bad outing. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Jade, be consistent. You've been with the company for over a year. Why have you not figured it out? Listen, I love you. I love what you do, Jade. You are an amazing athlete. You can do things that I could never imagine doing with your body. I can't do that with my body. So, who am I to tell you what to do? But this is my show. Like, this is my show. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say what I want to say. And like, if you're asking me, if somebody came to me, I'd be like, no, I don't want to see her in the main event again. I don't want to see her in the main event again because it's not breaking. I just don't understand, man. I just don't understand. Grun, let me get some of your thoughts because I saw your facial expressions, man. I feel like we might be in the same boat, but I do want to get your thoughts.
We definitely are in the same boat because, and I'm just thinking there, I'm thinking like, you know what? I think I know what Tony Khan was trying to do. I think Tony Khan, when he originally signed Jade Cargill, he was probably thinking, we'll make her the female Goldberg, literally, because Goldberg was never a good wrestler. And that might be the case, and Jade Cargill might just be a slightly better wrestler. But when you have to make her wrestle against somebody that she has to also make look good, Jade can't do it. She can wrestle Zelina Vega. She can wrestle people that can make her look good. but she can't make other people look good, and we lost the boss. Okay, I guess he got fired. That sucks. Damn it.
He's
Damn it.
fired.
Damn it. I liked him.
I did too.
He was a
But
good boss.
times are changing.
Yeah.
You gotta keep rolling with it.
But Jay Cargill, like WWE, I think it's almost definite that they signed her out of spite. They signed Jay Cargill out of spite, and
Mhm.
it took them too long to realize, oh my god, there is so much work we have to do with Jay Cargill. It's like I would not be shocked if WWE says, Jade, you have cost us so much money because you are not worth it. You can't wrestle. You can't. The fact is, we have to basically kill your character to justify putting you in NXT because we can't keep you on the main roster. You are terrible. You are only good when we are feeding you wrestlers. That is the only time you're good. And we can't do that. AEW screwed you to screw us. That is what happened with Jay Cargill. It sucks. It absolutely sucks that Jay was put in this position by AEW because it was AEW. WWE, yes, they are definitely guilty of assuming that she was good enough. That is definitely they are guilty of not getting a good understanding of where Jade is in her training before they put her on the main roster, before they put her in matches. Because Eva Marie, yes, still the absolute worst female pro wrestler of all time.
Oh, she was bad. She
Yeah,
was bad. But
garbage.
to add to what you're saying, Grunt, it's like WWE only saw the pretty parts of Jade because that's what AEW presented. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? Now we're in a situation where if I'm honestly, and I'm just being real here, if I'm Triple H and him, I'm like, fuck. Because we thought we had the next possible Bianca Belair after Bianca. We thought we had the next this. We thought we had the next big thing that but I'm like, dude, we can't put the title on her because she can't formulate a 15 to
No,
20-minute match.
no, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she can't do it. And it's like you said, to your point, man, it's easy for her to have good matches when she's in there with the Charlotte Flair, or she's in there with the Natalia, or she's in there with the Rhea Ripley or Io Sky, the ring generals.
Can I hold on? What? I'm sorry. Did AEW make Penta? Penta fucking made Penta. Ray Phoenix made Ray Phoenix. Kenny Omega made Kenny Omega. The Jacksons made the Jacksons. What the fuck
They
are you
were
talking
there.
about?
They were there
All
before.
AEW,
They were making.
all AEW
They were making
did
money
was-
before
yeah,
AEW.
all they did was get more eyes on them in the United States. That is all they did. Put them in front of the casual fans. That is all AEW did. That is it.
Yeah,
Okay?
Penta was already a
AEW did
thing
not
way
make
before
those people.
AEW. No, they didn't. They didn't. I mean, he's
No.
right though. Like you said, like the Young Bucks, Penta, Ray Phoenix, already listen, all of us already knew them before AEW. You know what I'm saying? Like Lucha Underground, Ring
Yeah.
of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling. We all knew them before that. But like with Jade though, like there was no prior, there was no prior training before AEW. You know what I'm saying? So for somebody like, Penta got made because of AEW. No, Jade got made because of AEW because they saw the talent in her, which don't get me wrong, the talent, the potential is there, but that I'm tired of saying that too.
Yeah.
I'm tired of saying the potential is there. The potential is there. The potential is there. You can only ride on potential for so long before it's like, okay, well, before your potential transitions from, oh, you got all this potential, and it transitions into, well, you had all that potential. You could have been something great. And then you went from a what could have been to a has been. And I'm not saying that about Jade. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but I'm saying come on, you got to get better because right now you're in the hot seat once again. And I got to tell you, Jade Cargill's ass must be hot because she has stayed in that hot seat for such a long time. And I'm damn tired of it. Voice, where you at, man?
Uh, Jade's flaws are starting to become seen to everybody now. I was a huge backer of her because I do see the potential, but
Same.
I don't think either promotion is doing her any justice right
Yeah.
now. WWE is trying to go off of what that has been built by the fans' allure to her and what
Yeah.
AEW presented. Now, Fighting's one. This is what you have to understand. Jade was AEW, one of their first homegrown talents.
Talents.
That is
Bingo.
what
There it
Grun
is.
is saying.
Yeah.
Grun is saying he's comparing a homegrown talent in which they developed her, they taught her, they gave her the tendencies that she's had. WWE picked her up and tried to break all those tendencies, in which she's already felt like the ego has already been built.
Mm-hmm.
So it's harder to
Same
tear
thing
down
happened
that
with
ego.
Goldberg.
Yeah.
Exactly. That ego was very fragile in a sense that they didn't want to overstep it. So they've been giving her these opportunities. She doesn't shine in these opportunities. What she needs to do is she needs to get some teachings from the Undertaker. She needs to get some teachings from Booker T, and
Mm-hmm.
in which Taker's going to teach her how to work as a big man, a big woman,
Yeah.
work
Yep.
as a tall against anything. Booker
Yep.
T is going to teach her how to take that personality and put it into a bigger size character. So if you can do that and she can actually take that teaching, because who's to say what she's like behind the cameras? We don't know if she's
Yeah.
taking this direction. We don't know if she's just blowing it off when they say things and going, well, I can do it this way. Because she has worked with some greats so far. Bianca, Naomi, and those ladies were able to pull a performance out of her that was just passable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
this
Oh, damn.
stage in her career, that's a hard thing to say.
Yeah. I
It's
I I
go
kind
go
of
ahead. Go
like
ahead. Go ahead.
I kind of like Flint's idea, put her in LFG, but the only way I would be okay with that is if the entire season is in Booker, Taker, Bubba, and whoever, whether it's still Michelle or somebody or a different female coach, they're spending the entire season breaking her confidence and breaking her ego. Tell like, look, this motherfucker over here, BJ, is a pain in the ass motherfucker who's a waste of our time, and yet we will still waste our time on him before we give you more time. Because at least he is clay. He is wet clay. We have to literally break you down. We have
Yeah.
to start you over like day one, like this is your first day. And like okay, you like Jade. I think Jade could be a great monster heel, monster character too. But the problem is
If
that
done right.
yes, the
I
problem
love her
is
too. I
yeah.
think she's phenomenal.
We
I've been on her boat forever when she was in AEW. I understand. Grun isn't breaking her down. He wants to see her succeed.
yeah.
But what he's saying is that the promotion she was with did nothing for her to help
No,
her.
they didn't. And look, I'm not, and I have not said, oh, WWE has done exactly what they need. No, because WWE, they fooled themselves into thinking that Jade Cargill was ready for the WWE. She was not.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
but that's why we see Lexis King, Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, Jordan Grace. We see these people going, Julia, Stephanie Vicker going to NXT because they don't want to make the same mistake again. Jade is screwed, and that is equally AEW's fault, and it is WWE's fault. It is neither is free of blame, but
Yeah.
okay. And Jade, she's got personality, but yeah, she does. Her mic skills need improvement. Her in ring ability needs improvement. I mean, there is nothing that she has other than presence. That is it. And that is not good
Yeah,
enough. That
it's
gets you
not.
in the door. That does not keep you in the house.
Yeah, you're correct. We had a comment here from OG Tony. He was saying how long she been wrestling. I brought that up while Gordon was talking, and man, I got to tell you,
5 years?
this is making me cringe a little bit because like in 2018 Cargill attended face-to-face professional wrestling school in Georgia, and she was trained by Heath Slater, Ron Simmons, and Teddy Long. Then she went to train with AR Fox at the WWA4 Academy. AR Fox is an incredible trainer, by the way. He's trained some people that I know, some people that I've watched, and he's an incredible trainer. Then she trained at the Nightmare Factory under QT Marshall, Dustin Rhodes, Sanjay Dutt, and Brian freaking Danielson before she arrived in AEW in 2021. And now it's 2025. Did you hear the names I said? Did
They're
you
not
listen?
slackers.
Did you guys hear the names I said that trained her?
She wasn't trained by
You
slackers.
heard the names. Why is it 2025? Why is it 2025? Damn it. And you started training in 2018. You started training in 2018. It has been it's been 6 years. And we're still like, oh well, she's we just got to let her get better in the ring. We got to get her to go. She was training in the PC for a while. How much longer do you need? How much
Yeah.
longer do you need? Because it took Tiffany Stratton 3 years. And she never touched this business
No.
ever.
So I see what people are saying with Roxanne. Let's also put this into perspective. Roxanne, I believe, started training while she was 14, 15, maybe
She's
16.
very young when she
She
trained,
was
yeah.
extremely young, got into Booker T's wrestling school, and just got nicknamed the Prodigy almost immediately. Like, you don't get the nickname that young unless people
You
actually,
truly have something.
yeah. And yeah, she had a rough start when she came to Raw, but she is getting there. She is showing improvement every week.
My point is this: you have trained with the best. The best. And we're still having to say, oh, well, she still has room to improve. She's going to get better. Come on, man. When are we going to be like, all right, man, what are we doing here? Because you've been trained by some of the very best, and we're still like, oh, well, you still need time. I'm sorry, man. You've had time. You've had time. And then you blew it in the SummerSlam main event. You blew it in the main event of the Queen of the Ring tournament in the finals. When what we are seeing here, and then we got to take a break because we got to get back to the positives and get to night two. What we're seeing here is somebody who is barely passable, who is getting main event opportunities, and when the lights are shining the brightest, you can't get the job done, and that's why you're not the women's world champion right now. So that's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying about it. Voice, I'm going to get some of your final thoughts on it just because I think we got a lot from Grunin and a lot from me. But Voice, we'll get your final thoughts on it. Then we're going to take a break and talk night two.
Yeah, it's just disappointing to hear. The only name that you brought up in her training was Fox. That impressed me because everybody else in that group is still trying to grasp onto things and hold
Mm-hmm.
on to a name that they created, in which I could see Jade showing up and they're just like, oh, she's amazing, and they were
She's
just give her
awesome. We're going to tell her
yeah,
she's the
exactly.
best.
And I think Fox would have actually sat back and been like, I don't know if she's ready, and tried to actually throw things at her that might be bumps in the road.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's on her. And if she can't come to the table and bring what is expected of her, we cut a lot of people short quicker.
Yeah.
And I think the timing might be up for her, and I really don't want it to be. I hope that maybe a boost down to NXT, because to me, NXT is not a disadvantage. NXT is a way to go and reinvent yourself and make yourself amazing. Could you imagine if Dolph Ziggler would have had a legit run back in NXT, like
Yeah.
before we left him? Like, or
Yeah.
if instead, or if what if our truth goes to NXT and we get an awesome run with him there? I think it would be fun. NXT is not a death sentence, it's an opportunity. And just like many things that have been given to her, it's another opportunity. So this loss, this horrible match, and I'm sorry to say it, but it's nothing more than an opportunity to improve yourself. So I hope she takes that and she runs with that.
Sure. Absolutely. I agree with you there. But hey, guys, we're going to take a break. We're going to pay some bills. Hey, we got some things to show you guys as far as where you guys can go and get some of the merch. Brainbuster Tees is where we live at, and we'll let you know that. Then we have my and my son's predictions. That's going to be coming up for sure. And then we are going to slide and give you some of our thoughts on the upcoming night 2 before we call this a really great episode. Guys, we'll talk to you in about a minute. We appreciate you in the comments. Keep them coming. We'll talk to you guys on the other side of this break.
Hello everyone, it's the Pope Elijah Burke, founder and president of the Love Alive charity. I wanted to take this brief moment to share with you my charity's continued humanitarian efforts to positively impact the impoverished communities in and around the greater Jacksonville area. This cannot be possible without your support. If you'd be so kind, please take a moment to visit our website, love-alive.org, to learn more about the charity and its mission. Also, feel free to donate to our 501c3 organization that operates off of the donation of the public, which is you. Whether that be by website or via Cash App, $1 help makes a difference in the lives of others as we continue to positively influence many people by being the change that we wish to see in the world.
Welcome to the Brainbuster T-shirt website where your favorite podcast team in your house lives. Look at all these fantastic options you have.
If you want that sweet hype, we got it. You want to be divinely designed at yours. Have you lost your voice? We have all that voice merch for you. Are you just a part of the household? We got that too. Brainbuster Tees is where IYH live. Brainbuster Tees is where IYH live.
Khan and Elijah Wan SummerSlam predictions, and go.
Judgment Day versus the Allies of Convenience.
Allies of Convenience, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
I gotta go Judgment Day. Gunther versus CM Punk.
Gunther's gonna retain.
Seth Rollins.
What are you talking about, boy?
Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn.
Karrion Kross.
I gotta go with Sami. Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill gets the championship.
Yeah, it's gonna be Jade. Then we got Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus the Braun and Braun connection.
I think it's gonna be the OTC and main event Jey Uso.
I gotta go with the Braun and Braun connection here.
All right.
Then we have Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul.
Randy Orton and Jelly Roll.
I gotta go with Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. Moving on to night 2, we got Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles.
AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, gets it.
I gotta go with Dirty Dom. Next we got Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match.
Jacob Fatu gets it.
I gotta go with Solo here. Then we got Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch in a no holds barred match.
The Bird Lady gets it and becomes 2-time Women's IC champion.
I gotta go with Bird Lady here. Then we got Naomi versus Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley.
Everybody's gonna have to proceed with caution because Naomi's gonna retain.
Yep, everybody's gotta proceed with caution. It's gonna be Naomi. Then we got this huge 6-pack TLC match that includes the likes of Fraxium, Street Profits, YS6, Motor City Machine Guns, Ray Phoenix and Andrade, and also DIY.
I'm gonna have to go with Andrade and Ray Phoenix.
I gotta agree, Ray Phoenix and Andrade.
You know, the first ever TLC match happened 25 years ago. It was at SummerSlam. It was amazing, and now 25 years later, you get to get it again.
Okay, great.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Then we got John Cena versus Cody Rhodes in a street fight.
Double turn is happening. We're gonna see Cody Rhodes win championship and turn heel.
It's gonna be Cena.
Wait, what? Man, you disagree with me just to disagree with me. What you doing, boy? Come on. All right, that's our SummerSlam picks. Let me deal with this boy. Come on, kid. Come on. Hey guys, welcome back to In Your House. And don't call the cops on me. I promise he's fine. I know I assaulted a minor there live on camera, but yeah, that was me and my son's SummerSlam picks. We had a lot of fun doing that. He's a great kid who loves him some wrestling. But yeah, we got night two to look ahead of, and man, I gotta say this. Along with you, voice, it looks like Elijah Wan was right. He said Seth Rollins was gonna come and cash in, and that's exactly what happened, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. That kid of yours, man, he cracks me up. And the fact that you live a Homer Simpson type life cracks me up too. You're out there just strangling him when he disagrees
Yeah.
with you. I love it. I love it. But you know, he did have a good call. I like his pick for the TLC match. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I love the way he looks at wrestling. That's my
Yeah.
first thing. I love how
Yeah.
he views wrestling. We get to see it from the younger generation, and the
Yeah.
fact that he's really buying into storylines and trying to pick apart these things. That's what I really love about these moments that we have on IYH, and we get to share with the fans. He a lot of his picks. I believe in the Discord. What did he say his record was? He sent
I think yeah, it wasn't great.
it wasn't great. No, so maybe he's what Grun was doing last night, picking with his heart. When you should be picking with what's on paper. But tonight's picks, I can agree with a lot more of what he's saying.
Yeah, yeah, it was a fun. We just got up. We were all excited for SummerSlam and everything, and we got a big weekend that we're in the midst of as far as SummerSlam, and then my daughter's birthday, and it's just been a fun weekend so far. So I was like, let's just make this video, put it out there. We'll put it out on social media in the Discord. We dropped it on the Discord first, and that is what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to beat it in your head, and that's why we need fightings in there. All right, quit ducking us, fightings. Get in the Discord, man. All right, you're just sitting over there saying, "Oh, I can't get in the Discord. Nobody's sending me the link." Stop being a baby and get in the Discord, brother. I'm giving you hell, man. We definitely want you in there. I'm just giving you a little hell, but definitely get in that Discord, guys, because that's where we're dropping things first. That's the first place we're dropping it. You got to get in that Discord. But yeah, we just wanted to make that video, have some fun, and it was a whole lot of fun. But now we have night two to look ahead of. It's gonna be a great night. I'm super excited. I feel the electricity in the air. We know we are getting a cage match. We know we are getting a street fight. We know we're getting a no holds barred match. We know we're getting a triple threat match. We know we're getting man, we're getting so much. We know we're getting a TLC match, but I want to ask you guys this because I asked you guys before, what's the match you're definitely looking forward to? And we talked about it last week when we were here when we were promoting this big episode. I want to give it to my man Grunt here first. I don't want to ask again the same question again as far as what you're looking forward to, yada yada yada. Here's what I want to ask you that might be a tad bit more challenging, possibly. What do you think is gonna open the show tonight, Grunt?
One thing I saw that the TLC match might be early. Again, this is not good information, but supposedly the TLC match is going to be on before the main event, which does not make sense to me at all. So I'm thinking that the TLC match is going to be the opener. I think it's either going to be the opener or the halfway point in the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I could see it opening. I could be for the same reason that I was always taught that you gotta open with a banger. Like I think the cage match could open, but I think it's more likely the TLC match could open as well. But voice, what do you think, bro?
I want the cage match to open it up. I want
Okay,
the TLC match to be the mid
midway
chunk.
point.
Yeah. I want people because I want people to be anticipating it. I want them to be
There
like,
it is.
I want them to be on the edge of like, when the fuck are they going to do this? And then boom, they hear the
Hmm.
first group come out and that music hits. That shock value that just pop from the crowd is great. But even opening the show
Yeah,
that way, you get a very similar one. So it's going to be a toss up between those two, I believe, because honestly, like, so you're going to have the cage up there, and then you're going to have the tag titles up there. What's going
yeah,
on here? What
yeah,
are
for
we
sure.
doing? Uh,
Yeah,
it's just it seems kind of humorous to me to have those two types of matches in a
in the
one
same
PLE.
night.
Yeah, in the same night. I was shocked one of them wasn't on the first night. To be honest,
I
like
thought for sure one
I
of those would be on the first night.
I really thought the cage match was going to be on the first night. I mean,
Yeah,
but
it would make
and
sense.
I was gonna honestly predict that the Sami Zayn cross was on second night, but we got it reversed, so that's where we're at. But I do think Cage. My hope is cage match, but I could see them opening up with the TLC match. But that's my I cannot wait to see that match. 25
Yeah,
years.
the
Has
magic's there.
dude, the first one was so great. The
Oh,
first one
so
was so great.
so incredible. So, like, both of you guys have convinced me where my logic is just because, once again, based on how I was taught in the business, you open with a strong opener. To me, a strong opener would most definitely be that TLC match. But but I think that there could be some like because I want to feel that same feeling too that you're talking about. I think what I would like to see is them open with the steel cage match and leave us waiting. When are they going to do this TLC match? Because I know a lot of people, especially in IYH circles, that the TLC match is easily, without a doubt, the most anticipated match of the night. Like, I know I can speak for myself 100% that there is no match that is on this card that I'm more excited about than this TLC match. It's just that's just it. Am I excited for the entire night? Hell yeah, I'm excited for the entire night. It's going to be a great night. But when they unleashed the six-pack TLC match, that's that made my sicko heart happy, and I just want to see it. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be carnage. It's gonna be like A10 Flynn's voice saying the TLC is going to be chaos. I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. But this is gonna be a great night because we saw what happened last night. And voice, you said it. You said now that they did what they did last night, it puts a little pressure on night two to really go hard. And you know what? I believe in the WWE that they can go harder in night two,
Oh yeah.
just based off that stinker of a Saturday night main event, and then the save with Evolution. So I truly think that night two is going to be absolutely amazing. But let me ask you this voice, and then I'll give it to Grun. What shock value thing, what crazy thing would you like to see tonight that would make you be like, damn? That's crazier than Seth Rollins faking the injury.
Uh, I think for shock value for tonight, storylines for all the matches that is going on, I think it would be shocking if we seen the culmination of the group with Naomi and Bianca joining Naomi.
Ooh.
I think
Bianca
it'd
has
be
nothing going on this weekend, does she?
I think it would be crazy to see her maybe help Naomi retain her titles in this day and age. Dirty Dom, maybe Liv makes an appearance tonight, and then
Maybe.
there's some choices that need to be made tonight because of maybe somebody else decides to come into his corner for the first part of the match, and maybe somebody shows up. There's a lot of stories that can be pushed tonight. Do I think we need a shocking new person, a shocking reveal of somebody coming back in a sense that's just not storyline related?
Mm,
No.
mm.
I don't think this one needs that for the amount of emotion that is going to be in the cage match, the amount of pure heart and energy that's going to be in the TLC match, the complete drive and complete driven attitude that is going to be in the women's triple threat. This night too has all the emotion, all the storytelling that this group IYH fucking go. If we could throw that at strip clubs, we would be at them all the time, just throwing those moments, because those are what makes us happy in wrestling. And I think night two is just chocked full of all of that.
Yeah, no, you're right. It really truly is. I mean, there's so, and it's not lost on me that there's a lot of gimmick matches on this specific card for the night. We got a no holds barred match. We got a street fight. We got a cage match. We got a TLC match. We got a triple threat match. The only like traditional one-on-one that we are having is AJ Styles versus Dirty Dom for the IC title, which I still think is gonna bang really freaking hard. But I got to
Yeah.
throw it to my guy Grun. What do you think, man? Is there anything shocking that can make you be like, "Damn, I can't believe they did that," especially after what they did in night one?
You know what? I'm thinking, and I'm going to go so far out of the box that
Let's
y'all,
go.
yeah.
Let's go.
Victoria shows up and costs Rhea Ripley the triple threat match.
Ooh. Are you leading towards Victoria versus Rhea Ripley?
I mean, I think that'd be an awesome match. I can definitely see, like, that would be badass to see. I'm also betting a dollar on that. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna risk it all on it actually happening. If it
Bro,
does,
come on. It's
that's crazy.
this is what we do here. We anticipate. This is what we're doing. If you're going to go with it,
I'm
bro,
going with.
cuz I would love to see that.
I would love it to. I probably the craziest thing that we could see happening that might actually happen is, oh God, I think it's gonna be something with Jacob Fatu and
Okay.
Solo Sikoa. I think
Maybe Zilla? Maybe Zilla
I
appears?
think
Maybe?
we're seeing another Samoan show up. It's either gonna
How
be
many more do they got?
Oh, they
yeah,
got an island.
let's go ask them. Okay, it's like, oh, we got
I'm
our
not
cousin
asking them
Jeff.
shit.
We got our sister, whatever, and
Got our second cousin, third removed.
yeah, it's like, hey,
Yeah, they're bringing in adopted ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We just adopted Samoa Joe for whatever reason because you know we got bored. We're like, hey, there's not enough of us. We need Samoa Joe in the family.
Hey, I
Here
would
comes
adopt
Samoa
Samoa Joe too.
I would too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I think it's gonna be something with a Samoan showing up.
Sure.
That's a safe call.
Yeah.
It's a I think mine is kind of safe just because I've been riding with it for a while. I still think The Rock shows up. I still think The Rock shows up and we see Cody turn and Cena gets left high and dry. He kind of alluded to it on SmackDown that The Rock and Travis Scott left him high and dry inside of a personality that he wasn't, prepared to he thought he was gonna have to. He thought he was gonna have people that had his back, and then he
True.
realized that wasn't happening. So but you know who Rock did want? He wanted Cody. Rock never once said he wanted Cena. Did he help out Cena to possibly fuck over Cody because he was in his feelings that Cody turned him down? That's a possibility. But like Voice said, why would he be wearing that watch? Why would he be wearing those charms that he got from The Rock? what I'm saying? That just raises some suspicions. And Cody right now, as much as I love Cody, I will, yeah, you can't make me hate that man. You cannot make me hate that man. But it stands to, it stands to question, is the Cody character maybe getting a tad bit stale? Could he get a little freshen up by maybe going corporate and falling into that storyline that they kind of played with earlier in the year to see where the fan reaction is? I think they could. I wouldn't bet a lot of money on it happening, but I still think that it's a possibility that The Rock returns, helps out Cody. Because for me personally, that would make me like, damn, that was crazy. Just like the Seth Rollins cash in.
Bro, can I get all conspiratorial on this one?
Let's go.
Bring
Let's
it.
go.
Okay, here's my prediction. Okay, so I called the Seth from the moment to what he did. I called it. I'm gonna call this. So House just said The Rock shows up. Cena just cut a promo saying nobody has my back. What if we get Cena turning back heel, Cody laying down for Cena, The Rock coming out and saying you wanted someone to have your back? There you go. Cody joins Cena in his last
Ooh.
bit of his tour to make sure he holds that title because he felt like nobody had his back. The Rock and Travis Scott and all them have to go and do their thing. They got to live life. There you go. There's your permanent bodyguard, your permanent friend, your permanent guy. I got your back until you exit.
Are you suggesting a figure point of doom?
I'm suggesting yes.
You're an
Well,
absolute
no,
sicko.
no.
You're an absolute sicko, and I love it.
A better
all right,
one though. A better one.
all right, what do you? Okay. Maybe betterly curated than what they did
Yeah,
with
they're not.
Nash
It's
and
not
Hogan.
just going to be a finger poke, boom, he falls down. It's going to be a good
Something
match.
different.
But at the end of the match, before there's a 1, 2, 3, you're going to see The Rock and you're going to see Cody finally just bow his head and
Lay
just lay
down.
down, and John Cena takes it. And then
Dude, that's gonna be that would have me having the same questions that I have with the Seth Rollins faction. And that question is, who the fuck is gonna stop gassed up Cody and John Cena? Like, that's a hell of a fucking. That is waves. I'm not saying it's the exact same thing, but it's waves of fucking Triple H and Austin. That short stint that they had together. If you remember that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
here
could
we
see that.
go.
I could. Ripshot says that would be awful, but that's why it would be great. But that's why it would be great because we don't be so pissed off.
We're here for the awful. Look, this is what we aim
Ripshot,
for.
what you gotta
810. This is what we aim for. We are making him more excited
yes,
about tonight.
yes.
This is what IYH comes on every Sunday to do. We're so excited to hear that.
Yeah, glad
I
to hear
need
that we're getting you
Ripshot.
excited for it, man. Ripshot, you need to accept the fact that you're gonna be in this circle. You're in a circle full of sickos, brother. So,
Yeah.
so yes, man. But we love the fact that you're here, Ripshot. We appreciate you, man. This episode has been a really, really great episode. Before we slide out of here, I got to get some final thoughts here from my guys. I want to start here with Grun. We talked a little bit before the show because I love having Grun on our team. He's so amazing at what he does as far as like analytical, logical fan. We will love the fan, his thoughts as far as being a fan, how he looks at it. And he's always very logical, analytical. I love that. I love that aspect about what he brings to it. I want to get your final thoughts, Grun, on night one and your reactions for tonight one as far as the final thoughts, and then give me your anticipation thoughts for night two.
Overall, night one, I think people set too high expectations for the show. Night one was just supposed to be more fun. It was supposed to be more entertaining, not so much very
Sure.
they had some story driven moments, but it was more just about it just really a fun show. And it was exactly that. Jelly
Sure.
Roll was not great, but you know what? It was fun. It was
Eh,
nice. It was just supposed to be something fun and enjoyable. Nothing to take seriously. Um
right.
and my expectations for night 2 are going to be, this is where all hell is breaking loose. We are going to see heavy story being told. We're going to see
Hmm.
blood in almost every match, I think. Uh, Lyra or Becky might have to shave their head afterwards because I think one or both of them are going to try and humiliate the other by shaving one of their heads. I think
Jesus.
I
Oh, that's a
I
hell of a call. Okay.
that is
God
great.
damn,
It's
bud.
crazy. I don't think it's actually going to happen, but
It
let's
would be
say
great.
it would be outrageous
Let's have
and
fun. Let's go.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. Um, this tonight is going to be the night that makes this weekend. That is ultimately my opinion.
Hey, I like what you're saying. My thoughts align with yours as far as that goes. I'll give my thoughts in a second, but it's not my time. It's producer of the show's time. It's our guy, the voice, Josh Joseph. Go ahead, man. Give me some of your quick final thoughts on night one and anticipation for night two.
Night one was fun. Night one was a good time. It really, really brought together a lot of things that I enjoyed about WWE. A swerve, CM Punk getting screwed over. I love when they work all the fans up into a moment and then they
Yeah.
give that moment and then they take it right away. Those are my favorite things that they do because I feel that you get the raw emotion out of everybody in those moments. So night one was great, fantastic, fun. Night two is where I live, where I breathe. You've given me
Mm,
a TLC match 25 years and after the first creation of it. You're giving me the possibility of something happening in this cage match, a triple threat match in which I think something is happening, in which we see a
yeah.
turn. Um, and then ultimately the possibility of a Cody turn, the new Page and Cody could be fun. And I'm excited for tonight. I can't wait to hear everybody in the household's thoughts. Window
Absolutely.
Lickers is going to be fun tomorrow. So yeah, I'm so stoked for tonight. We'll be in the Discord, at least texting and chatting that way. I don't know if I'm going to do a live tonight. The last one took a lot out of me. It was fun,
Okay.
but it took a lot out.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's a
For
lot,
sure.
there's a little bit you got to manage when you're doing them, but it's definitely fun and worth the time if you ever want to spend it with your creators here at In Your House.
Yes, sir. I thought that the watch along went great and it's going to be a great night. I'm so excited for tonight. So excited for tonight. 810 Flint's voice. We appreciate you for saying what you said about not missing an episode. That's what we aim for. That's what we aim for is to give you guys a great experience. Come here, have fun talking about some wrestling and get that anticipation up for what's going to be a great night. I thought night one was fun. I was not. I didn't trick myself into ever thinking that night one was going to be better than night two because night two is going to be the show for sure. But night one was a whole lot of fun. I didn't work myself up over the Jelly Roll tag team match because I said exactly what I was anticipating. I was just watching that match to see what Jelly Roll does. He did decent. He don't need to wrestle ever again, and I'm okay. That's not no shot at him. That's not no shot at him. I'm just saying if he don't wrestle again, I'm fine. I don't need like when Bad Bunny was done. I was like, damn, we need like Bad Bunny needs to come back. We need to do more of that. But once again, like I said, Jelly Roll not an athlete, and it is
You're
okay.
good.
Firebars. My point is, I think it's time that two women face off in a hair versus hair match. I
Yeah,
think we finally have that.
Yeah.
Uh, because you know what, they're willing to do a lot. What's shaving your head? Your hair will grow back. Your hair will grow back. Okay.
I think that would be very interesting, especially with the fact that Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria are very much at like the boiling point in their feud, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So like that's not crazy to think. But once again, night one. Yeah, we are listen,
We're
fire
here,
bars.
okay?
We're
Bring the
we're uh,
heat.
we're here, man. You're in the group, so you're hanging out with us, bro. That makes you a weirdo too, Fire. So we
Yeah.
appreciate you coming in and hanging out with a bunch of weirdos. We love it, man. But yeah, man. I loved the emotion that Punk had when he won the title. I thought it was a great vibe. And you know what? The fact that he showed that emotion, cried, did all the stuff that he did, just made the Seth Rollins cash in that much better because he was on top of the world. He would nobody could tell him nothing. I'm the guy. I'm the best in the world. It's not just a moniker. I have the title to prove it. And in an instant, Seth Rollins took it all away. And Seth Rollins always said that as long as I'm here in this company, you will never be a world heavyweight champion. Seth Rollins held true to that and took that title away, took the dream away, took it all away. I love it. It was great. I really love the fact that the Allies of Convenience are tag team champions right now. I truly do believe that right now is the right time to put the titles on them. I thought it was the right opportunity to do that. It was just it's been good. Um as far as tonight goes, I mean, there's not much more to say besides the fact that this is going to bang hard. I do believe, and I said it last week, AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio, they're going to turn a lot of heads. This is the one match. This is the one match. Hey, Rollins should have shaved Punk's head. That would have been good too.
Damn.
Just like what we
Goddamn
see
grunt.
fire. See fire bars. See, now you're in here with us now, bro. You're a part of this. All right, we're weirdos. You're a weirdo by association. All right, but seriously, I think that tonight has massive potential to be absolutely great and one of the best nights of the year. We're talking about a night of 5 stipulation matches. One that last week I said is probably going to be the sleeper match in Dominic Mysterio and AJ Styles. That's the only one-on-one match that we're having that has no stipulation whatsoever. So I am excited. Tonight's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be locked in. Yesterday it was a little bit like weird, like not weird, but it was a little bit harder for me to lock into like the first half of the show, just because I had a lot of people in and out of the house for my daughter's birthday party and everything. But if I had to pick which night I was gonna sacrifice, it was definitely gonna be night one because I'm not sacrificing shit for night two. Because night two is going to be absolutely incredible. I'm super excited about it. If you guys are there in the Discord, make sure you guys are chatting with us, man. It's been great. Get in that Discord, all right? I'm tired of telling y'all. Get in the damn Discord. Join us. We have a great time there. It's going to be great. 810 Flint's voice. He says, "Come on, everyone has a little WWE fan in them." That is true. That is very true. That is why we are here having this great episode. And now we get to call it a great episode because we got to slide out of here. I got a few run-in to do before I sit down. I'm so excited for tonight and enjoy it. I'll be in the Discord for sure, chatting it up with everybody. Grun, I'm going to give you this opportunity, my man. You do a great job on Fridays. Why don't you tell them a little bit about everything that you're doing on Fridays and anywhere else they can catch you at, man?
You can catch me at twitch.tv/Grummeister, YouTube, and Kick under the same name, where every Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, I am going live with Grun's Room SmackDown Review Preview Show this previous week. For the first about 5-10 minutes, I showed how rookie I am and had my mic muted. So tune in to see me talk, but hear absolutely nothing. And me try and convince you that I'm still worth watching here at IYH.
Hey, you don't have to convince me of anything, brother. You are worth listening to. I love your opinions. And Fire Bars are saying you need to check out your OnlyFans here. I mean, if you want to endorse it, that's fine. But
There is
Fire,
no
we love you,
OnlyFans.
man.
Dude, there is
He's
no
like, there's no OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Fire, we love you, man. You're fitting right in, bro. We hope we see much more of you. Join the Discord, all right? Quit being a piece of crap and join the Discord, all right? Do that,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But voice, I want to pass it to you, man. You do so much stuff here for IYH. We appreciate all that you do. But I'll let you tell it, man. Where can they catch the voice, Josh Joseph?
All right, fans. So if you enjoyed what you seen here, you can join us for Monday Night Raw preview review show. That's where me and the Grunmeister, he's our blue-eyed villain, and the Chaos Goblin, Kevin Calloway, we talk Monday Night Raw. We're going to be talking SummerSlam, the fallout, and everything that we enjoyed about it. We're going to get Kevin's in-depth thoughts, and we are also having a special guest, Dingle from the Lou, and his crew, the Buddies, is going to be on. So he's going to be there slapping Grun in the nipples and having a good time. So come be a part of that. Come see what we're doing and enjoy that. Outside of that, we're doing a little thing called ECW Watch Along, and that's where me and Howse, we watch ECW, and we've been watching some amazing ECW. We invite you to come and do the same with us. It's a spectacular time, and last week was fun. We went down the 50 most ECW's greatest moments from the WWE vault. It was a fun time, and they left
It was a
anything
blast,
to do
honestly.
with WWE's ECW off of the. It was amazing. I was super happy about that. But yeah, that was a fun time. We had a really good chat going in there, and we can't wait to do more with that. Howse, is there anything we want to say about this show coming up, or are we leaving that off
No,
for
no,
right?
no, no, we're not leaving that off. If you
No.
guys are in the Discord, then you already know. This is why you guys got to get in the Discord. I'm tired of telling y'all, all right? I tell my children enough and repeat it to them enough times. I need y'all to get in there and get in that damn Discord because on August 14th on the ECW Watch Along, we are going to be chatting with one of the voices of ECW. He is the quintessential stud muffin himself. Joel Gertner comes to In Your House. We're going to talk all things ECW, talk about some of his times as a manager, as an announcer, backstage correspondent, just like Joey Styles. It seems like Joel Gertner did a little bit of everything in that promotion. We are going to talk to him. That is going to be a fantastic conversation. August 14th, Joel Gertner comes to In Your House.
Yes, it's going to be a fun time, and I can't wait to speak to him. And I have so many questions, and we're going to try to work some things out, try to do some fun things with that. So stay tuned with us. That's August 14th. Joel Gertner is going to be on the ECW Watch Along, and of course, you can catch me here every Sunday on the Household, the Sunday House Party. It's a fun time. You see what we do here. Outside of that, there's a conspiracy show I do. We're going to be picking back up on that. So come join us for that and stick with IYH. The Discord is where we're at, guys. We are in there talking all the time to the fans and getting your guys' opinion. And you can share stuff with us, what you're doing,
Yes.
what you're out there. We want you to feel like that's your home where you can come and be a part of what we're building here.
Yes. Well said. Well said. That's exactly what we want. We want you guys in there. We want you guys coming to our Discord and discussing things with us because once again, like I said, and I know I've said it a lot, guys, but I'm trying to, I was always taught that if you repeat things to people, that's when they start to, absorb it and put it in. I know I'm repeating it a lot. We need you guys in that Discord. All the energy that you guys bring to these chats, which we're very thankful for. You guys are absolutely amazing. Fire bars. We got Grun hanging out in the chat doing his thing. OG Tony, 810 Flint's voice, who's a newer one. We had Daniel Garcia earlier, Rib Shot. We had my buddy Maurice, he was in there earlier stopping by. Everybody that came and stopped by, come to the Discord because that's where the conversation doesn't stop. It continues, and you guys can be a part of the household. So as far as what I got going on, like I said, you don't want to miss any episode of the ECW Watch Along. Honestly, we have great episodes. Some of our best episodes of the week, and analytics. We got to go with the analytics. The analytics say that ECW Watch Along, one of our most watched shows of the week. But you don't want to miss August 14th because we have Joel Gertner coming on. And here's the thing. I don't want to give too much away, But like essentially, we have unlocked a plethora of ECW talent that we will have access to, that we're gonna start rolling out in the coming months. We're not gonna, we're not gonna bring them on every month or every, but if you guys are fans of ECW, the list that we have acquired through the likes of somebody like a Joel Gertner, because he really turned us on to some things. And when you talk to talent, as long as I have 6 years, you know that sometimes one talent can open up the floodgates to other talents. And we've got some cool stuff coming to you guys for the ECW watch along. Like, I gotta wait to confirm things, just like we waited with Joel. But believe me when I tell you that we've got some great things coming. Hey, this Wednesday, it'll be the Raw deal with Howse and O'Neal, but we won't have O'Neal. She's getting ready for a wedding. She's going to be a beautiful bride to a great Chaos Goblin. That's going to be awesome when it comes. But who we do have is Summer Rawson coming on. Summer Rawson, who has done production with the likes of Wrestling Revolver here in the Midwest, done some work with Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, TNA. She's going to come on. So we're going to talk a little bit of wrestling with Summer from the production side of things, who does all things instant replays on live shows. She, cuts the cameras to one camera to another during these. It's always great to have another producer come in and give their takes of it. Summer's going to come on. It's going to be that's going to be this Wednesday. It's going to be a great episode. Raw deal with Howse and O'Neal, but it's going to be with Howse and Rawson. Come check us out as we continue. And then next Sunday, we're back, baby. It's going to be the Sunday house party. What kind of mess do we have brewing up for you guys next Sunday? Just like we brewed something up for you guys this Sunday. Well, guess what? You got to show up to find out, because we're always putting in work here at In Your House, and that's HOWSC, and W stands for work. So, for the voice, Josh Joseph; for the blue-eyed villain himself, the Grunmeister; for the returning Hypocrisy Jones, and the whole team here at In Your House, I'm Malakanda Concept House, here to tell you, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on or get gone, because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day, a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy SummerSlam however you're watching it. Hey guys, enjoy everything we're putting out there. Join the Discord, all right, y'all? Peace.
Yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We is them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. In your house is the perfect distraction. Pumpers in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Whoa.